Hey everybody, today we are going to be architects and we are going to be drafting cards and building up our grounds in the Hanging Gardens. In this game, the players are starting with an empty plot of land and they are going to take turns drafting cards, playing those onto that starting plot of land in order to grow their gardens. These cards are basically behaving like tiles. You are going to stack them, you can rotate them any which way you want to, and you are building up groups of different colors, right? And once you've got a group that you are happy cashing in, then you will put one of your little temples on it and gather one of these scoring tiles out there on the board, all right? That's pretty much the whole game, but let's go ahead and give you an overview anyway. I'll show you how it all works, what it all looks like, and then we'll come back after that, and I'll tell you what I think of the game. Here we're taking a look at a game with 3 players. So we've gone ahead and shuffled up the tiles, played out these 6 in groups of 2, shuffled up the deck of cards. Everybody gets their 5 temples, and you have the starting plot of land here in front of you. And so each round goes like this. We're going to have a start player. I'm going to be it for right now. And we're going to reveal 3 cards in a 3-player game. It would be 4 in a 4-player game. And if we were playing with 2, it would still be 4, but each player goes twice in the same round, all right? And so on my turn, I'm going to take one of those cards down there. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one, okay? As you can see, there are empty lots as well as built lots. And so I'm going to go ahead and add this to my city. The main rule here being I can never play one of these directly onto the table. So doing something like this would be illegal because there's nothing underneath this one here. But doing something like that is perfectly fine. Once I've done that, then I may deploy one of my temples and claim a region on my board. However, the region needs to be at least 3 spaces, as denoted right here, 1, 2, 3, of the same color, okay? If I do that, let's say I had 3 reds here, I can deploy this to any one of those, and then I could claim one of these tiles. If the region was 4, I could claim any of these or any one of these, and if it was 5, I could claim any of them, any one on the board there, all right? If it's 6, by the way, or more, you first draw a blind one, and then you go ahead and do that. So yes, that is possible that you get 2 tiles at the same turn. However, that's all I can do for right now. My opponent over here would go, they'll take this, and they'll play it like this, and then this player will take this one and play it like so. Start player moves, we reveal 3 new cards. And this player is going to go ahead and go first. They're going to take this one. They are going to play it right here like that. Again, all of them with something underneath, and we are growing our base, as you can see. And they are going to play this one right there and claim a tile. Now, these tiles are how you get victory points. And as you can see, it'll tell you up here how many there are in the game. In this case, there are 6 of this tile. And across the bottom, how many points you are going to get for combinations of these. If I have just this single tile at the end of the game, I'm going to get just 1 victory point. If I've got 2 matching tiles, I'm going to get 3 victory points. And if I've got all 3 matching tiles, not all 3, there are 6 in total. But if I have 3 matching tiles, I'm going to get a whopping 20 victory points. Again, there's only 6 of these, so that's going to be tricky to pull off. So that's how these work. So this player is going to go ahead and go for that. All right, they'll take this one. You can then hide your tile, and we will replenish that spot like so. This one, for example, is the same as this. There are 10 in total, and for 1 you get 3, for 2 you get 7, for 3 you get 12, for 4 you get 20. Of this tile right below, there's only 4 in the whole deck, and for a single one you get 2 points. For 2 of them, you get 12. And that's it. If you get a third one of that, you are starting a brand new set, okay? So it'll be this player's go. They're going to go ahead and take that. Nothing they can claim yet. And I'll go ahead and go. And unfortunately, I don't have a way to build this that actually gives me a grouping of 3 red without building something off the board. So I'm going to have to, unfortunately, cover something up. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that's fine. You can cover up a lot with another one or even with an empty spot. You just cannot build one off the board. So, you know, this would still not be okay. And then the star player passes to the next player, and we do it again. This continues with the players building up their areas, gathering these tiles, and getting victory points. As I said, you've only got 5 of these, however, and obviously once you've claimed an area like so, you can no longer add to it and then deploy a new temple to that. It's claimed, even if you are still growing it. However, when you have used all 5 of these, and you would then need to claim a new area, you are going to move one of your temples from the smallest area on your board, if there's a tile you pick, to that new section you want to claim. And you can also, through clever play, cut up an area so that one of these is separated from another nice big group, and then claim that upon growing it. So there's some tricky card play here. But that's basically it, a really straightforward concept. There are a few tiles in here that are slightly different, by the way, and those are going to give you bonuses if you have a completed set of something. They are things like this one here, which will match a specific color. So this color matches that one, and this character is going to, if you take it, there's a single one of this tile in the deck, by the way. This tile is worth 3 victory points no matter what. However, if you've got a completed set of the matching tiles, this is worth 12 on its own. So you can get a little combination going here with the different tiles. That's pretty much it. So let's go back up top. Let me tell you what I think of this one. Alright, so that is the Hanging Gardens. Let's talk about it. Alright, I'm going to start with thematic ties. This is a theme original, well implemented. The theme is certainly nothing to write home about. I don't find it particularly captivating. I like the tile groupings. I like all of that stuff. But this theme really, you know, could be anything at the end of the day. And so, and the way it's utilized in the game is also very much skin deep. You know, there's not a whole lot to it. So it's not bad. And it's not necessarily going to help teach the game, but it doesn't hurt either, so I have no problem with it, really. The aesthetics, that's component quality, and the artwork. I find the artwork to be okay, in my opinion. The artwork's fine, you know, it's bright enough, colors are easy to tell apart, but artwork is one of those things I don't put a lot of stock in because you just saw the artwork. Did it look good to you? Then you don't need to know my opinion. The component quality is superb. Tiles are very nice, but especially the cards are incredible. They are linen finished. They are beautiful, very well done, very well cut. It's a great production from that point of view. I guess the only thing I would change is the star player marker is a little bit on the flimsy side. It's 2 pieces of cardboard into each other, and if you grab the wrong one upon picking it up to pass it to someone, then they might come apart. That's it. You know, it's a minor thing. Replayability. Does the game scale well? Are there new things to discover? The new things to discover, not so much. You will see everything this game has to offer after one play. Scaling, though, is great. This game scales extremely well. It's a fantastic 2-player game, 3-player game, 4-player game. It's so smooth. It really will work out the same way no matter how many people you're playing with. So that's great. I'm not going to give this a thumbs down here, but, you know, the replayability could certainly be better if there was more going on, but that's not what the game is trying to achieve, so it's not really a problem. Scalability, though, fantastic. Game length, is it interesting the whole time? Does it get repetitive, anything like that? It has the potential to become repetitive. You are doing very little, right? The cycle of actions in this game, you know, from whatever you do at the beginning of a turn, whatever you're going through to at the end of a turn and then back to that is tiny, right? You're doing the same things over and over and over. Is that one thing engaging? Yeah, I think so. So it's going to keep you going. But if you know you are someone that gets distracted or maybe sort of, you know, you space out doing the exact same thing, like having that loop be a tiny loop, then this might bore you, you know, or at least outstay its welcome, I'll say that. I find it to be fine because I do enjoy the puzzle aspect that comes with it, especially the turn angst as something comes up that you really want and you're hoping that people around the table don't take it before you get a go at it, right? So I don't really have a problem with it. The game length, I think, is fine. Ease of play. Is it fiddly? Are there any extraneous rules? Is it easy to teach? Very much so. This is one of the easiest games to teach for the ratio of what you are going to get out of it tactically, you know? I'm a big fan of that. I think that's, in this day and age, kind of a throwback to older Euro-style designs like this one, you know, very clean rules, very few moving parts, but some nice depth to go with that. A lot of games these days find depth by throwing more and more at you. It's not necessarily bad. This is not like that. In this game, you will figure it all out very quickly. You might have a rule question or two, but there is not a lot going on here. Build your thing, you know, your plot of land, put your temple on it, grab a tile. That's it. I mean, how tiles score is the only thing I haven't set there. You know, that's it. There's not a whole lot. So that's fantastic. Lastly, tactics and strategy. Luck, tactically rich, long-term strategy, anything like that. I would not say that there's a long-term strategy, except for, you know, I guess there is. If you are going for one tile type, and that's what you're going for, then yeah. But it's sort of two levels, you know. You've got the tactical level of just building up a big group. And when do you cash it in? And that level is informed by that, you know, strategic level, which is, I'm building up this set. I need another tile of that color. It's over there, but it's in the 5 area, so I'm not going to cash in this size 4 group yet. I need to grow it more, then cash it in and grab that tile. Those are extremely obvious choices, you know. Again, it's not the tactics here will not make you feel like, wow, look what I came up with. But they do give you a driving force, you know. They inform you, and you can, you know, you can decide what to go with. I think the only sort of completely player-driven action here is, do I push my luck and go for those tiny sets where the points skyrocket, or do I play where I go for the big sets of tiles in which the points are much more gradual the more I have, but they're more likely to come up and for me to take them, you know? So, all of that, as you can see, does give you a lot to think about. I do find the game to be interesting, engaging, simple to play, but with some depth, and it's just a really clean design. That's the main thing here. This is one of those games that when you play, you'll feel like nothing is going to waste. It's all so streamlined and elegant. So, the Hanging Gardens. It's a very nice tile-laying kind of game. I'm going to give this one a seal of approval. I would certainly recommend it if you can get your hands on it, or if you can play it. I think you'll enjoy it if you are a fan of very streamlined designs. So there you go. That's the Hanging Gardens. I'm Z Garcia. Thanks for checking this out with me. I appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com.